Hi guys, and welcome to today. I wanted to go through a quick tutorial really to show you how easy it is to do and make your own, let me get out that light, to make your own kefir at home. I'll put a link under this post with information on where to buy the kefir grains from, but I'll show you those in a second. I've worked through, let me just spin it around. I turn the camera around? No, I don't think I can. Okay, so what I've done is in these two jars here. First of all, I boiled some water and I put about, I don't know, a couple of inches, 30 mil, 40 mils of boiling water in there. And then into there, I dissolved 3 tablespoons of organic sugar. So because I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of my kefir grains in here. All right, so I've skipped the first bit because you have to wait until your water's cooled down. So you fill it up with filtered water till you've got about, I don't know, 30 ml from the top, and then into each one we're going to add, let me prop you up a second, let me show you. So we're going to add some organic apricots. Make sure you've washed your hands. Alright, because you don't want to be introducing any bacteria that's on your hands into your fermented drink. So I'm going to put 3 in each one. So these apricots are fantastic, all right? And they're Crazy Jack's organic, ready to eat soft apricots, and they don't look like the normal apricots you buy. They're normally bleached, all right? So these are the best ones to buy. So I'm just gonna pop 3 of those into each jar, and I'll show you in a second what I'm doing, but also a slice of lemon, okay, in each one. These are unwaxed organic lemons. So 1 in there and 1 in there. Okay, so all I've done is add my slice of lemon and my 3 organic apricots into each of those jars, making sure your water's properly cooled down before you add your grains, because you don't want to kill your grains with hot boiling water or hot water. So make sure it's cooled down to the touch. Okay, now I really need to spin this round. Right. Let me prop that up just there. Now in this little jar, a client of mine did a fermentation course in Ireland, and she brought back some grains. And what happens with these grains is they multiply as you use them. Alright, so the grains, let me see if I can get some out to show you. Let's see. Without me spilling them all over the floor. My athlete's just returned from her run. You see those? Let me tip those without me. Okay, they're the kefir grains. So I put 3 tablespoons of sugar because I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of grains into each of my jars. And this is as simple as it is. Alright, so the reason why you put sugar into your solution is because these, that wasn't quite a tablespoon, I'll add a little more. I'm holding the phone and speaking. The reason why you put and dissolve sugar in there is that the kefir grains, they feed off sugar. So they utilize the sugar in order for them to ferment the liquid and produce all the good bacteria that's in there. Okay, so we're not producing a sugary drink, so don't worry about that. So this is the first fermentation bit. All right, so now I've got my grains in the bottom. They sit down there at the bottom. All right, and they won't do a lot. You see there. All right, they won't do a lot. And the lemon and the apricot just provide some flavour, really, for the first fermentation. So after that's done, you can just pour it into glass bottles, and it'll be bottles like this. All right, so I've got some of these. They're dead cheap and dead easy to find, with a stopper top on the top. Dead easy. All right, so I'll pour my fermented drink, my Kefir water drink, into these bottles. Dead easy, dead simple. Nothing harder than that. Make sure you're using filtered water. If you've got a water filter on your fridge, I haven't, so I just use a Brita water filter. Okay, so once that's done, then all I do is I grab a tea towel and a couple of elastic bands, and I stick those on top. So let me just prop my phone up once again. There we go. And I'll show you what I'm doing. So you don't want this airtight at the minute, but you do want it to be covered. So I just put an elastic band around there, and they just sit like that for 2 to 3 days. Okay, so we're getting some air in, but we're not getting any dust particles or insects or anything investigating what you're doing. So then they just sit like that for 2 days. Okay, so after that 2-day period, you would separate your grains from the liquid with a plastic colander. All right, we try and avoid as much metal as we can. So I stir my hot water and sugar with a good wooden spoon. All right, but I did use a metal spoon because I've not got one small enough, a wooden spoon small enough to get in my little jar here. Okay, so after that's done, then you strain off the liquid and you pour it into your bottles, and you leave that in those bottles to ferment. Now you can just leave it on the side. Okay, so in there is around 2 litres in each one. Okay, so what I will do is I'll put in the second fermentation some blueberries or some mixed dark berries to give it some more flavour, and it helps the drink continue to ferment. Now if you've got 4 or 5 of these on the side, just leave them on the side. The weather's been quite warm, they will ferment quite quickly. So the colder it is, the longer it takes to ferment. I generally leave 2 out on the side, and I put 2 in the fridge. Putting them in the fridge just slows down the fermentation process. All right, so I've got 2 sitting on the side, good to go, and another 2 to 3 days before I drink them. So the whole process takes about 5 days, and you've got 4 litres of your own fermented fruit drink. Dead easy, dead simple, dead quick. All right, hopefully I've explained everything there, but it is really super simple. If you've got the inclination to do it at home, it's always good fun. If you've got a family, get them involved, get the children involved. If you're quite experimental and you like to experiment with new things, then this is great. It saves you buying it. All right, all you got to do is buy your grains, and they multiply over time, so you get more and more grains. And I think I've said before that I passed some grains on to my mum and to a couple of other people as well for them to use. So it's good to spread the word about fermented food products. So what I'll do is I'll come back to you in 4 or 5 days' time and show you the finished drink. All right, I think I've showed you a picture of those before, but yeah, let's see how I go. I'll put the link below as to where you can order these grains from, Amazon as usual. All right, so order away, give it a go, your own fermented drink. Cheers, see you later, bye.